Testing. 1, 2, 3. Seems like it's working. Excellent. Let me pop okay. For those who are here, welcome. Sorry, I was running a little bit late. And let me set this one up. Window capture. This one. Oh, okay, great. Oh, so big. It's not the easiest thing to use. Okay, that should work. All right, let's see. For those who are here, welcome. And this is a redo. Hola, Rocket. Thanks for joining. I don't know who else is here. It says concurrent viewers too. So I'm guessing there are 2 people here. Welcome. Sound very low. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see if my AirPod working. Testing. Hello. Is it working better? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Rocket, let me know how is the sound right now. I think it's no, still not working. Let me see. How about this now? Is it better? Still not. Okay. This is weird. Let me see. Let me check the sound. Okay. So much technical issue. Okay. Are you able to dial up the volume on your end? Because I kind of max out my input volume here. I'm trying to talk louder as well. So yeah, let's try both. So let's see. First question from DJ Zala. Do you have to create PowerPoint presentation for your project while you present your work to the interviewer? So there are a few parts. Output volume. Okay, cool. So there are a few things to that. So PowerPoint presentation or just a PDF, a separate deck presentation rather than web. So I think depending on the stage, you will need both. If you just started talking to the interviewer or recruiter or hiring manager, all you need is your portfolio, your web online portfolio. That's all you need to present. You just share your screen and just walk through them 15 minutes-ish about the work. But when you go to the final on-site interview, like a 5-hour long one, that's when you will, well, that's when I would recommend to have a PowerPoint keynote PDF presentation that you can step through, have a narrative to present to a broader range of audience. So because in that panel you will have maybe engineers, you have some designers, you have some product managers, they'll be all together. So it's better to have the presentation then. It might take some time to prepare for that because ultimately that's going to be different from your web, your online portfolio, because the nature of the content is a bit different, the structure is a little bit different, and yeah. So short answer, you do need one. I recommend you to have one. Long answer is depends on the stage. You might not need it right away, so you have time to kind of prepare for it. Does that answer your question, DJ Zala? Okay, let's see. So Rocket, you mentioned something about your assignment for an intern role. What do you mean by that? Um, and while you are typing it out, there were some questions from the last session that I think I should address here as well. So feel free to elaborate more on your assignment for an intern role, and then I will answer that. And then in the meantime, let me find the other content or the other two questions that I got from last weekend. Um, or if anybody have any other question, feel free to shoot it in the chat. We don't have many people here, so you guys kind of have the floor, which is great. Let's see. Play. Let's see. They told you to revamp it. What are you trying to revamp? What do you mean? Uh, the assignment. Yeah, I don't think I have enough context for your question, Rocket. It would be great if you can elaborate a bit more. Um, can't paste the link. Let's see. This one. Yeah, maybe you can just type it out to see what you mean. Toggle timestamp, moderator. Let me see. So I'm going to paste the chat here as well. So this question was from while you were trying to type out the details. Last week, I kind of messed up the schedule, but somebody joined the very end of the live chat Q&A. They were asking, are the interview process different now compared to the one before COVID? So I'm going to address it here so we can have all those questions and answers documented. So short answer for that question, yes, they are different, mainly because right now a lot of the interview process for the early rounds and the final rounds, they are all going to be remote, meaning it's going to be over Zoom call or Google Meet, Skype, any kind of video call method. So the difference will be one thing related to the PowerPoint presentation in the end is it's harder. Well, for me personally, it's harder for me to present because I cannot see I cannot see everybody at the same time. So I like eye contact is going to be hard. Um, the is losing that in-person body gesture and all that. But overall, the storytelling should be fairly the same. But a few things is you have to constantly check in to see if they have questions. You have to check in more often because just because you don't see them, and when you present over the presentation over video call, and the rest of the steps are fairly the same. I would say the main difference is at the presentation stage, and of course during the one-on-one, since it's not in person, you still lose that kind of in-person element in the interview. So that's the answer for that question. This site career guide, yeah, I don't see any link. Yeah, you might be able to see the chat that I see here. There's no link or anything that I can click on. Rocket. This is gonna be tricky. Can you just type it out what you mean by this is your assignment for an intern role? What is an assignment? Is it like a take-home exercise or something like that? Yeah, you can just talk through it. It's fine if you cannot paste the link. YouTube has some constraints on that for sure. Um, if it's about take-home exercise, then take-home exercise. Let me see if this works. Okay, I see. Okay, so it sounds like for your internship application, they gave you a design exercise, which is to revamp the design of a particular website and the take-home exercise. Am I understanding it correctly? Okay, it sounds like it. So let me see. Short answer is, let me see if I can paste any links here. Oh, well, I could. Great. So I have made a video specifically about take-home exercise and what should, or maybe what you can focus on. And then, yeah, that should give you a few tips there. But the some high-level summary is that any design exercise, I recommend spending more time on the visual design of things, like how things look. Of course, that your UX interaction design should still work. Um, because the visual side of things is mainly what they're looking for, what they're after is the execution, how well you can execute, whether you could execute. The strategy, the UX, the interaction side, it's great if you spend more time on it, but without the, the visual layer, the UI layer, it's hard to convince hiring it's hard to convince hiring manager to move it to the next round, to proceed to move you to the next round. I have done quite a few design exercises in the past, and I was not sure why I failed until I talked to my friend about it, and he was like, "Oh no, visual design is everything in design exercise." I was like, "Oh, okay." Then the next two exercises, I focused a lot more on the visual design, and oh well, I was moved to the next round for both of the interview. So that's really a make or break. Because another thing is because if you don't focus on visual design, somebody will. And when a hiring manager look at two concepts or two redesign or take home exercise, then it's pretty obvious that oh, they can execute. Let's just go with them. I've been hiring for a bit now, and one thing I can tell you for sure is we would try not to spend too much time on on evaluating candidates. We just the first impression, the anything that we get from the get-go, any information that we receive, that's mainly what we base off of. Because we are busy with our work as well. It's not like we are full-time dedicating hiring, so it really depends on how much the candidate or what information and how much information the candidates will feed us, and that will kind of ultimately determine where the process will go. Okay, let's see. If you can open this side, show me the changes I can do. I cannot see what you show. Yeah, you might be able to see it in the chat as well, because what I see is what you see here, and it's no link, no anything. Um, So the some quick tip I can give you is like again one focus on visual design, and one way to do it is to compare your redesign uh to some great design examples. One example that I keep giving is like Apple.com, Airbnb, or go to Dribble. Look at how they um, craft beautiful interfaces, and yeah, that should already take you pretty far once you focus on that and spend 5 hours, 7 hours on it. That's like the minimum. But yeah, let's see. Let's check on the time here. Interestingly, oh, okay. I still have kind of 1 minute. left. So if anybody have any last minute questions, feel free to shoot. And if Rocket, you have more questions to or follow-up comments, please do it so now. Otherwise, have a great Labor Day weekend, and I'll wait until the 16-minute mark. Career guide, please career guide, the website. Let me see what I can do here. Um, Let me see, window capture, web sharing. Let me see. Is it this site? Yeah, I can probably give some quick thoughts on it. Let me see how my window is resizing. Wow, this is getting horrible. Okay. Okay, what is going on here? Okay. Wow, live stream is not that easy overall, huh? Let's see. Let me resize the browser. Okay. Let me make my own smaller. Let me move it here. Okay, let's see. Well, there's a lot going on actually. So a lot you can fix. The topography should change. Yeah, like the brand of it is pretty loose. Yeah, you can do a lot of visual revamp on this one actually. Like why is this touching the corner? The blue outline of the profile picture, like the side is getting cut off. Totally something you can change. Like the hierarchy of this, should this be the same size as this one? Color change. The shadow is way too dark, in my opinion. Um, the background image, it looks like it's kind of stretched, not stretched, compressed sideways. Like the icon is not centered, and like the circle has a different stroke width than the handlebar of the magnifying glass. This is colliding, like the number and this, but then when you hover on it, it changes. And like when you hover on both, you will see like the college, like the outline of the button, they're touching each other. So many things you can change. Like this is um, way too close. Do you actually need another border of this? Like spacing. Yeah, there are ton of stuff you can change. Look at some better website design and how things are laid out. Because overall, visual design wise, there are only a few things like color, alignment, composition, spacing, um, topography. So just those five things, it can take you pretty far if you just change those. And like the WhatsApp, why is it touching here? Why is it touching the top? Why is this not aligned with the magnifying glass? What about this logo? What about this? Are they not why are they not aligned different sizes? Um, yeah, I mean this website is functional, but like why are they stacking? Are they supposed to be stacking here? Yeah, too much is going on. Like this is overflowing, of course. So yeah, I'll leave it as that. There are plenty to change. Should be an easy project, but it will take a while. It will take some time to do the revamp because there's so many things to consider here. But yeah, hope that's helpful. Thanks everybody for joining, and I will have another live Q&A in maybe 2 weeks. So Yeah, have a great Labor Day weekend. I will see you all next time.